So this is a huge werewolf. I was getting werewolf the other day. But yet, a werewolf, but a cat face, a weird face. If you can't see the face, it's right there. That's a head. That's a werewolf body. That's an arm. And I'm going to go with that was this morning. And then we have, this dude over here. Those are his eyes. You know, his wild hair, whatever. It growled. That's what I woke to this morning was like something growling, something like it shook the earth around me. Not like an earthquake, but it just shook. And it didn't make sense because the sky was blue, there wasn't any rain, didn't even look like it was gonna rain. And then I'll show you real quick. Then we go to this video here and find it. This one here. And I think this is what, because Michelle said she would look it up. And this is what, this doesn't even do it justice. But like, that's what I woke to. It was like undeniable rumble. And I knew it wasn't thunder. And there's even more in here that it's been blurred out. And then the rest of the sky was blue, and this was all like this in here. It was wild. So yes, that's why they had the radar. That's exactly why they put the radar up back in, I think it was like the 1800s. I want to say 1800s. That's when they, especially early 1900s. They were using it to shoot down and prevent. It's all supernatural to pay attention to. That's why in paranormal investigations, we basically use the smaller scale, but we're using radar to pick up on spirit, energy, movement, sound. It's the same thing, but on a larger scale with this. That's a nail. That's like a talon nail. This thing's huge. And it was just so wild looking at it. It was undeniably clearly noticeable. And it didn't like thunder. It was like really long space in between the growls, and it was growling. It was more of a growling. I hear the dragons, and I hear these, whatever these things are, these supernatural beings, you know. And then, like I showed you, this is why I'm doing the video. If you just knew, whatever, showing up, a plasma shift. And then I just captured this. This thing's huge. It kind of has the Thoth beak to it. It's a huge ring. I think that's a cavity right in there. It's huge. But yeah, so Michelle was like, oh, I'll look on the radar. This from this morning. To see if she could find what in this area that I was filming. And ta-da! And I was picking up on the Wolfman. And this has got Wolfman, features. Would be the back, even though it's another face, but it's still a back. That's an arm. That's a Wolfman's head and neck. Face goes into that, and then it goes into like a face right in here, and then another like matter blowing out here. Undeniable. And then look at this peeking through right here, like peekaboo from a whole other different realm. Very present. It's just incredible how much is, I don't know, I can see. It's so clear. That's an arm of a Wolfman. And that is different energies coming in too. Oop, there's his head. Interesting little body, long tail. Got kind of like changing colors with this. Was that chameleon? And then this piece in here, I thought was interesting. Right in here. That's the whole like upper eastern seaboard, for Pete's sakes. That thing's huge. Then we have this little ditty up here. Say hello. And then I'm uploading a dragon right now. She's huge. I can feel her all day. And it's not like thunder. This is not thunder like people think. And I know you understand this, Jody. It's supernatural. We're hearing and learning and dealing with supernatural at a whole different level that we're not used to doing. Even those who are seasoned in the field, this is a whole other level. Some people in the field probably maybe not even see that this is supernatural, but if they really like understood, like your equipment you're using is the same thing as they use for radar. It's the same thing. It's just on a different scale, and it's energy being watched, and they're using it as it's a battle of energy. It's the energy wars. That's why they've been able to, you know, that's why some UFOs have crashed because they figured out it interferes with the magnetic field line and they can read it. And, it's more than just keeping track of rain. They're keeping track of the supernatural world with it. And they convince you it doesn't exist. So, ta-da, it does. Let me see if I finished uploading it. Hold on. Did I even upload it? Let me check. Did I even upload the thing? I think I did. Yes, I did. Okay, this is first. I haven't even published this yet. It's a horse in here. And she's a dragon too. It's like the bottom of it's some kind of chariot. It's definitely a chariot of some kind. Ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. That's solid, baby. Well, plasma solid. Look at this. Wow. Wow. You see the eye right there? Because it's a real eye. Interesting, like Wolfman Jack head. Got some like fancy jacket. This, collar to me right here. Here's some adornment on his collar. It comes down, almost like the candle, like Liberace. Aging myself. Liberace jacket. Um, Hands in his pocket, but it's a face. That's because that's a face. It's so supernatural. It's crazy. That's just a piece. It's like taking a piece of paper over a rock, and this is what we're shown. Dragon. Oh, I knew you were here. I know you're here. Yes, ma'am, I do. I knew you were here. Got horse legs in here. Say hello to my little friends. Say hello. That's what it looks like to act through the blue, ladies. Just like taking a piece of paper and a crayon over a bumpy rock. Ancient stone, ancient energy. Amazing. Look at this. Look at the detail. Look at the arms holding this cube. And there's something else coming out of the cube. There's a face on the cube. Got a couple of riders on the cube. Those are like some kind of arm handle to this. Whatever this is. That's incredible. I mean, you can so see here's the top of the cube right in here. You can see the extension of the arms. There's a lot. It was just amazing. Gorgeous 144. She's showing us she's here. Get the edge of this right in here. This is just really cool. It's like the bottom of a hot air balloon right in here. And then it goes around like this, and then it turns into all that other detail. It's incredible. Let's take a walk around. Look at the detail. I want to make sure I'm going the right way. We'll go back. Oh, I mean, look at that. You can see it like curves right in here. It disappears into something you just can't see yet. It's a huge piece. It's got like a piece of a bracket or something right there, but it's an entity. It's wild. You can see that it actually curves. I think it's just amazing. I feel like it's a being, and it's got all this stuff on it. I keep getting shown, like, Dead Man's Chest, the ship, Captain Jack Sparrow, Davy Jones' locker, when they're all part of the ship. I just keep getting shown that, or like it's all part of this thing we'll soon see. Oh, cool. Good to know. I was just reading some of the comments. Sorry, I was just paying attention. I get lost in the, I don't know, in this. It's so wild. I don't know. It's undeniable to me. Like, that's it. For anyone to be like, oh, that's spray and that's clouds and that's whatever. It's just, I don't get it. It's way past that. It's okay. But it's not okay here. Yeah, I keep seeing peekaboo faces like angels, would, because their faces would be covered up. And that's so in and out of our world. That's supernatural. It's amazing. It's freaking amazing. Look at, he's like Mr. Conductor. Look at, he's got a hat on right there. You see him? He's got eyes. You can see his hair right there. These is his arms. He's holding something right there. It's like Mr. Conductor right there. Look at that. I see him so clearly. That's wild. It's all prophecy. Biblical is all script. It's being, yeah, of course it is. Just people that get lost in the book and they're not paying attention to what's around them. Meaning, like, this level of, like, I'm not saying they don't pay attention. I shouldn't say it like that. Different levels to pay attention to what's going on around us on different levels. But as far as, like, the supernatural, you'd be surprised, really. They're not understanding you're reading a supernatural, multidimensional book. So, it's interesting. That's all. It's just interesting. It kind of looks like the horseshoe in here. Yeah, they don't have the eyes to see. That's why. They won't have the eyes to see. I think those who aren't seeing until it's like blatant. And that's why men's hearts, women's hearts will fail them, plus the level of magnetic energy that we're dealing with in plasma. You could even still be seeing in your heart could fail you. It's big. This is a huge plasmatic event, and that's what I feel many have don't grasp, or they just don't want to. They just really, you're gonna see who's way more in the grid versus those who aren't in the grid. And that's the left or right. I don't know what goes on from there, but just like it says, we were promised we wouldn't be flooded. Well, I think it was more like we were promised we weren't going to be flooded the way we were, but we're still having floods. And that is a whole other topic I'm not even going to get into right now, but the rainbows are the promises. So it's almost like it got sectioned off, like we're still going to get flooded. It's just going to be not all at the same time, or maybe it will be all at the same time. But it hasn't been. It's been events, unraveling. never ever in my lifetime have, and many of you who watch, we have never had storms like this. We've never had storms that hang out and keep coming back, and so many tornadoes that keep coming back, and earthquakes, and the ring of fire being activated. And you know, we got to keep an eye on the volcanoes. It's going to be more eruptions. The monetary system is, you know, this isn't like, this is just the way it's going to be. Just get knowledge is power. That monetary system is going to collapse. You know, Pluto's going in transiting Capricorn. That happened back in the, remember that the Big Short with the whole housing market back in '08. That was Pluto transiting in Capricorn. So these are for reasons. We get shown these, just, you know, how much you want to get into it and how much you don't. And you'd be surprised how many people don't want to get into it. And then they say they're awake. And I don't know, maybe they are. They're just different kind of awake. I don't know. Oh my God, yes. It's, yes, it has. Even though many of this stuff, so much of this stuff has been here already, because it has. It's just, it hasn't been to this level. A lot of this stuff has appeared back in the 80s, 90s, 2000. Um, but now it's way more occurring. Like, um, I watched some footage even back in '09 out in the West Coast, and the levels of stuff that was being revealed out there was like, wow. Especially toward 2020. Very telling. It was not like, you know, those who were filming outside of reality crap, but I see a lot of sky stuff. I pay attention to that. And it's been there, you know, the whole time. It's just now, again, it's more is being revealed. The veil will drop. That's all you do. That's all you can do is just keep planting seeds, keep it moving. So yeah, I just wanted to do that real quick on him. I love doing a closer look at the supernatural. Um, and I wanted to share the video I just captured, which I thought was really cool. Um, that's definitely the horseshoe right in here. This is huge. This is gigantic. Okay, that's a tree, and that's not a tree. And that's an eye. And hang on. Peace, love, and light, everybody.